Okay, guys, hopefully got some good audio. So I'll be monitoring the chat to see if this is working. So I have a couple monitors set up, so if I'm looking different angles, that's what I'm doing. Anyway, first live stream, guys. Welcome. Pretty excited. That video was really fun. And I was really surprised that Bluetti actually reached out to me because I didn't even see any other channels that did a giveaway like that. So it was cool. So hopefully you guys are excited. So let me check the comments here. Yeah, Joe, hopefully you don't miss dinner. Okay, cool. Coming loud and clear. Awesome. Okay, sweet. Well, guys, we'll just wait maybe 2 minutes to just before we jump into the actual announcement of who won. I actually picked the winners right before this video, so I just picked them. So hopefully you guys are excited. So yeah, if you guys also, right after we do the giveaways, I can answer some questions about solar power stations, any of the videos that I've done recently. So if you guys have any questions like that, just go ahead and throw them in the comments and I'll check them out. But let's just give it a little bit longer. Let's see here. One thing that I wanted to say is I loved the Chuck Norris jokes. That was absolutely awesome that everyone, well, not everyone, but a ton of people threw that in there. So that was pretty fun. What will be the topic of my next video? Well, the next video is actually going to be a solar panel review tomorrow. And then I have a really cool video about 7 features that you want on a power station. So 2 really cool videos that I've liked making. So hopefully you guys will enjoy those videos. But let's just go ahead. Let's do it. I'm going to turn over to my screen here. Okay, so right here is where I have selected the 2 winners here. So at the top I have the first one we'll do is the EB55. So if you guys are ready, let's just go ahead and jump right into it. So EB55 winner here is Shai Z. So I actually think I saw him actually commenting in the video earlier. So maybe he is live with us right now. But if you want to email me directly at jasonoidllc@gmail.com. Just email me your contact information. We'll get in touch, and the EB55 will be going to you. So congrats on that, man. I'd love to give every single one of you guys a power station. I just need a lot more money. So anyway, this is the least I can do to my subscribers. You guys are awesome. I love how you guys are always commenting in the videos. So. Okay, so that's the EB55. Congrats. That is awesome. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump right into the EB70. Okay, the EB70 winner is Steve Venn. So congrats to you. You won the EB70. So let's see. I think I actually saw him commenting in the video too. Steve's been a long-time subscriber. I've seen his comments multiple times. So there you go. Those are the 2 winners. I just FYI, I will have some future giveaways coming out too. So it's not going to end here. Everyone's going to have a chance to win something. So yeah, I think the next giveaway that I'll be talking about is an Xtar SP100 solar panel. So stay tuned for that. That video will probably coming out next week as well. But yeah, you're welcome, Steve. Okay, so now that I have those winners announced, if you guys, maybe what I'll do is I'll comment on the video description just announcing those 2 winners, so you guys will basically, people will know the announcement if they don't see this video. But yeah, if you guys have questions or comments about you know, any type of thing about power stations or anything like that, I did pull up all my power stations. You guys can see in the back here, I have a couple new solar panels. I'm going to be having a solar panel review come out for these panels tomorrow. But let's go ahead and turn over to this. I wanted to put all my power stations on a table here so we could talk about them really quick. Let me flop over to that really quick. Okay, so you guys should still be able to hear me, but just cut the video away. Okay, Joe, enjoy dinner. Yeah, you don't want to miss that or make your wife mad. So, anybody have any favorite Chuck Norris jokes? Man, I saw some really good ones. But anyway, you guys will see here, I have my power stations all on the table here. Now there was one power station, I don't know if you guys saw that V2 Man power station video. Yeah, that thing had a lot of issues. It was a really, really cool idea, but it just had some issues with kind of the solar charging, and it shut off after 6 hours, and it charged really, really slow. So yeah, ecoflow has not reached out yet. ecoflow and IceCo are working on a partnership, but yeah, because I work with IceCo quite a bit, and I was surprised because IceCo was like, yeah, we think ecoflow should reach out to you, but surprisingly they haven't reached out to me. I really like their power stations. I've really debated about buying one for the Costco deal. There was a Costco deal for the 700 watt hour model for $429. But yeah, let's go ahead and I see some questions in here. Let's reach out to this. So do I have a discount code for, let's see, got camera back here. Do I have a discount code for the EB55 and PV200? On my review video, there's a discount code. The only thing that's interesting about that is they've adjusted the price since the discount code came out. So I don't know if it's the best price. So just look around and see, if you can find a good price. Obviously it'd be great to use my discount code. But if you can find a better price, go ahead and do that. Let's see. Thinking of purchasing, so this is James, thinking of purchasing the EB240. The sale ends today. Okay. Yeah, that's a big power station. That should definitely be able to power a fridge. I don't know all the details on the EB240. But yeah, that it should be able to power a fridge. Fridges just use a lot of startup current. So as long as it can handle the startup current of, maybe 1500 watts, 1800 watts, it should be fine running a large fridge. But the problem is I don't know how long it'll run the fridge. So you also want to look into fast charging, make sure it can charge fast. Question from Robert about the EB55. Have you ever dual charged it with PV and the power brick? Yes, I have. One port is for the solar input and the other port is for the power brick. And yeah, it's worked well. I think I got around, max was like 350 watts, maybe a little less, but that's still really good for the EB55. Okay, are you able to show, this is Andrew, are you able to show a real life example of you using the EB70 and a portable fridge in a car? Pass-through charging, 12 volt. Okay, I do have a video where I tested the EB70 for a week on my VL60 Pro. So that would be similar. I do have that down for a video idea, I just haven't got around to it. So yeah, I can definitely work on that in the future. I'll go ahead and jot that video idea down, Andrew, and maybe I'll do just a small video on it. Kathy Thomas, can anyone recommend a good ground mount product for rigid panels? Ugh, that's a good question. I wish I had more space in my yard. So yeah, I don't know any specifics. I would probably do a DIY setup, like put a pole in the ground and then mount off that. Tom, hey, thanks for the congrats on first live. Yeah, this is pretty exciting. I've been wanting to do a live stream for a while, so hopefully you guys hopefully we get some good comments and questions here. How much solar do you have running into your house? Well, this is Steve. I don't have much solar. I have, if you look at these panels back here, these are my first 3 rigid panels. I'll have the review out for those tomorrow. But basically I'm gonna have just those, and I'm thinking about putting those on top of my shed. So that'll be pretty cool. That'll be right around 500 watts or so, after, you know, efficiency loss and stuff like that. So that is actually going to be charging my AC 200p. So Bluetti just sent out that AC 200p. I was pretty excited when they mentioned they were going to send that out. Okay, ban everything. I recently ordered 2 inexpensive 250 watt-hour power stations. One had a minor issue that didn't affect performance, corrected itself. Okay, well, yeah, didn't you said they sent 2 for free? Yeah, I remember you mentioned that in another video. So 1,000 watt-hours. Yeah, I guess it just depends if they charge and how much, you know, how well they work. But yeah, I'm all about good deals. But you know, there's kind of a balance. I was talking to this about recently with Jeff. I don't know if you guys know Jeff, my father-in-law. He's been looking at solar panels recently, and he's been looking for all these really, really good deals. And the problem with good deals is they're usually kind of like a cheaper solar panel. So they're not going to be quite as, you know, durable. So that's why I've really been leaning to that X-Star XP100. That solar panel is really good. Yeah, I was blown away by the build quality on that, and also just the performance of it. But all of my other solar panels, I haven't had any issues. The only solar panel that I've actually broken or have had issues with was the Bluetti SP200, and that was because I hooked it up with a different panel, so that caused some damage. Bluetti said they were going to send out, so I reached out to their support group. They were going to send out a new panel to me, so that's pretty exciting. They just don't have stock of those panels right now, so I got to wait for them. Okay, let's see here. Favorite Chuck Norris joke, ban everything, was Bigfoot has a legend about Chuck Norris sightings. Yeah, that was, I read that one. That was pretty good. In fact, I read every single comment. There was 452 comments on that video. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much for entering into that giveaway. Yeah, no problem, James. Happy to answer your question. Yeah, so 2 hours, 2 hours continuous on a fridge. So a fridge usually, I haven't tested it in a while, but a large household fridge, and this is a good question, but a large household fridge is probably going to pull around 500 to 600 watts. So you could probably get 4 hours. But the problem with the thing about a fridge is it doesn't run 24/7, right? It runs and then stops, and then runs and then stops. So you have this cycle. So you'll probably get much longer runtime. So let me know if you send me an email, test it out. I'd love to. I'm going to be running my Bluetti AC 200p on my fridge to do a test on it, see how long it'll get. But a lot of times it also depends on temperature, right? So if your fridge or freezer is in the basement, you're going to get a lot better run time because the fridge doesn't have to run as much. But if you're like, the power's out, your AC's out, and it's like 85 degrees, then your fridge is going to be, the compressor on the fridge is going to be running a lot more. Okay, so we have Paid Row Longwood. Question, is the 200 Max worth the upgrade over the 200p? Well, so I believe the only difference between the 200 Max, 200p is the RV 30 amp output. So if you have an RV or maybe like a transfer switch in your house, yeah, it might be worth the upgrade. Yeah, I don't know. So maybe just, do you already have a 200p? I'm just curious why you would ask that. If you're looking at either of them, I definitely go with the newer product. So, okay. EB70 runs a 3.1 cubic foot AC dorm fridge, 15 hours. Cool. Thanks, Ban Everything, for sharing that. Let me go back to the winners really quick in case anybody missed that from the beginning. We did announce the winners. Right here we have Shai Z. I wish I'm saying that right. I hope I'm saying that right. And so EB55 winner here, and EB70 winner is Steve Venn. So those are the 2 winners. I will get your guys' contact information. Make sure you send me an email once again. Send me an email, and we'll get the shipping addresses, everything, and they'll send them. They'll basically just drop ship them to your house. Now, I'd love to hear back when you guys get them. Make sure they show up and everything. Okay, back to this. Hey, thanks, James. Really appreciate it. Awesome. Thank you so much. Let's see. Have you ever backed any indie? I'm guessing that's Indiegogo. I have backed some other products, nothing power station wise. There was actually an Indiegogo that was for an IceCo TR60 Pro. JP60 Pro fridge. That was backed by me. But yeah, you gotta be a little hesitant with the Indiegogo backed stuff or Kickstarter stuff. The whole reason I say that is I had firsthand experience with that V2Man Jump 1500. That power station was huge, lithium iron phosphate, had some really good promising features, but then in the end it had some major issues. In fact, that company did not want me to post that review. They were pretty mad when I posted the review, and they wanted the product back, so I had to ship it back to them. The SunPower Maxion 5 AC module panels. I haven't seen those before, KJ. Let's pull them up really quick. Let's see if I can find them. Maybe I'll find them. Probably not. Are they on Amazon? Yeah, I'm not seeing them. Okay, well, if you guys have, is there anybody else that has any questions about power stations, solar, anything like that? Has anybody recently purchased a 12-volt compressor fridge? Hey, good morning to you as well. It's evening. Where are you coming from? Love to see where everyone's from here. Okay, so Christine 80 just replied back to James. EB240 ran household fridge for about 17 hours. That's really good. Fridge is older, uses about 2300 watts in 24. Okay, so 2300 watt hours in 24 hours. Awesome. Go direct to their website. Okay, KJ will probably have to look that up. So SunPower Maxion AC modules. Okay, let's pull it up really quick. Interesting. Yeah, so those look really they look kind of like one of Renogy's new panels. Let me throw over my screen to it really quick. Okay, combines 5 powerful energy production. Interesting. Well, I definitely like SunPower cells. I'll tell you that right now. SunPower cells are very good, high quality. So yeah, this is interesting. I'll have to. I didn't know they made some rigid panels like this. They look really lightweight, so that's pretty cool. Let's see if there's anything else here. Yeah, it's kind of just talking about. AC modules, interesting. So they have a built-in inverter in the back? I'll have to do more research on this. This is pretty interesting. Let's see what, oh, Philippines, awesome. Ricky, I did announce the winners already. Let me go ahead and throw those up one more time. So Shai is the EB55 winner, and Steve is the EB70 winner, so you guys can see those there. Let's jump back to some of the comments really quick. Yo, hey Askive, good to see you here. Yeah, if you guys you want to watch a good solar channel that has a lot of basic information, he does a lot of good stuff about solar in his house. He has a ton of power stations kind of going around his yard and things like that. It's a pretty cool setup. Askive Solar, check him out. Shopping for a solar generator. This is Pedro Longwood again. Sorry, I can't get that name right. I hope that's right. So it looks like they've been narrowing it down to the Bluetti for the best bang for the dollar here. Yeah, they did. So I've noticed that Bluetti does have some of the max kind of solar inputs right now, other than, does ecoflow? Ecoflow has a similar 200 watt input too. So I'd say like the best fast charging 500 watt hour power station is the EB55 right now because it can dual charge. Okay, Zigzag. Are voltage limits on power stations absolute max limits, or is there typically a tolerance? Yeah, you'd want to stick. I mean, you could look at the technical specifications for the power station. If it's like a solid number like 150, it's probably not going to be that exact 150. Maybe it'd be like 153 or something. But you'd want to be safe. You really want to be careful because basically the only way to damage a power station through solar is by putting in too high of voltage. Now, I haven't tested this because I don't want to break any power stations, but apparently there are some power stations that will tell you, hey, the voltage is too high. It'll give you an error message. But if you want to damage a power station, put too much voltage on it. So you definitely don't want to mess with that. Which power station is that, Zigzag, you're talking about? I'm pretty sure the AC200P has a 150 watt max input. Robert Clancy. Okay, you backed the Montez X1000. I've heard some good things about that. And he's also taking a chance on the Zendure Super Bass Pro 1500. Yeah, there are definitely some risks when you back a campaign like that, but you also get a good price. And I feel like the company, if they're like good enough to stand behind their product, then you don't have to worry about like they'll reach out and replace it or something like that. Okay, Philip Sanders. Trying to decide between the EB55, EB70, and AC50. AC50 is a little outdated. I wouldn't go with that. The EB55 is a really good fast charging 500 watt hour power station. It only has 500 watts, but it has almost all the same features as the EB70. It has a few updated features, like the little lights that turn on are a little bit brighter. Has a diffused LED light if that's a big deal. The EB70 is just bigger, has more capacity, and it does not accept dual charging. But, I don't know if you're out camping or something like that. I don't know how often you'll use dual charging. I know it's an option, but I think the dual charging is a plus, but I don't think it's something that you'd, use all the time. So yeah, hopefully that helps. Phillips, do you have any other questions about those? I don't think you go wrong with either the EB55 or EB70. I think it just comes down to what you're going to be using it for. How high is your load? So let me know. Let me know what you'll be running off it, and maybe I can give you a little bit more guidance. But I think the main decision is going to be up to you with what works best. Okay, so I have a video coming out next week. I thought it'd be really cool. I've wanted to make a video about basically all the features you should be looking for when you're buying a power station. And so I think you guys will find that pretty helpful. I made a video about 7 features that you should be looking for when you buy a power station. So, excuse me, keep an eye out for that if you watch next week. Okay, comments are kind of calming down a little bit. Anybody else have any other questions, comments? Any questions about me too? Be happy to answer some questions. Not go too personal or anything like that, but let's see here. Oh yeah, future battery technology. That is a good one. Now, I feel like a lot of that future battery technology is kind of like wishful thinking, or like solid state batteries. Yeah, there's a lot of really cool technology coming out. The only problem with new battery technologies is super expensive and they're really hard to get a hold of. So hopefully in 10 years, we'll have some really cool stuff, because I feel like these portable systems they're starting to get going. Like 2 years ago, power stations were kind of like a joke. You're like, oh, you know, they weren't really that good, but man, BLUETTI, ecoflow, they have really stepped it up and brought power stations to the masses, and they've brought some really good high quality power stations. Like they've changed the game. Like it started with Goal Zero like a long time ago, and you know, Goal Zero is right down the street from me. I should go walk in there someday. Their factory headquarters is like probably 5 miles from my house. I just haven't been interested in Goal Zero because it's like they're very expensive and they don't have a ton of charging input, but maybe some of their newer stuff is good. They're just really expensive for what you get. Let's see, what was... Okay. 123 Rick Diddy. Rick Dickey. Yeah, sorry you didn't win, man. You know, there'll be future giveaways on the channel. Just stay tuned. X-Star SB100 giveaway should be coming soon on the channel. Okay, so Philip is looking for a backup for power outage at the home. Okay, now that's interesting. If you guys have watched any of Lead Farmer's videos, he has some really good videos about kind of just being prepared for emergencies and stuff, and he talks about this quite a bit. But you want to make sure that, you know, any large appliance like microwave, I mean, I guess a microwave doesn't run very long, but if you're going to be running a fridge, it's going to die pretty quick. So just make sure you're going to have to go with a pretty big battery if you want to run it as a home backup. And I don't think they're quite there. I've seen some really cool, some companies have reached out to me about some review opportunities, about some very large batteries. You're talking like 6, 7, 10 kilowatt hours. So I think there's some options there in the future, because you need a lot of storage to run some appliances. So just, if you're going to be running everything in your house, you're going to need a lot of solar and you're going to need a lot of battery storage. But if you're just running off of, you know, some basic stuff, then these power stations will work great as a backup. Okay. Shai says to hit the like button. Yeah, for sure. Well, you're probably loving life now that you got that EB55 coming on your way. Let's see. Solid state batteries, Chris C. So solid state batteries, I don't know exactly what's in the chemistry of how they work, but usually you have an anode and a cathode on a battery, and it's about how it kind of moves between the two. That's how power transfers. So I'd probably say it probably is going to last a lot longer and maybe be more energy dense. But I do not know the chemistry behind how the solid state batteries work. Do I have a day job, Robert Clancy? Yes, I do have a day job. In fact, I work 40 hours a week. So YouTube is like a late night thing for me. So usually when I have testing done, it's like during my lunch break or on Saturdays. So like solar testing and stuff like that. But yeah, I do technical support. I do desktop support. So, you know, fix laptops, computers, cell phones, printers, all that stuff. Support Windows 10, things like that. It's for a large enterprise, so been there for 6 years. It's been good. But I love doing technical support because everything's different every day. So that's what I do for my day job. How much time does YouTube take me? I work 2 jobs now, and I have a family. So I have 3 kids and my wife, so they're my most high priority, obviously. So I usually do YouTube after they go to bed, and I stay up pretty late. But yeah, I can usually stay up late. It's usually not a problem. So usually you guys, if you see my videos, if I'm looking a little tired, yeah, it's because I've been working on video and it's like 2 a.m. in the morning. So not all videos are that late, but YouTube it's really fun and I love it and it has a lot of benefits, but it's a lot of work. Like I spend probably, oh man, 20 hours a week on YouTube. Okay. Yeah, Ben Everything mentions to get a watt meter. Yeah, plug a watt meter into your device and just track how much power it uses over 24 hours. And then you'll know how big of a power station you need. So for your large fridge, that'd be a great place to start. Andrew just received his EB70 today. Sweet, you got a Dometic. Wow, those are expensive, nice fridges. How are you gonna set that up in your Tacoma? Let me know. Overlanding, I'm guessing. Yeah, $200 off. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Yeah, it does have an inverter built in the bed. Does the inverter run when the engine's not running? I've always been curious about that. I don't have a Tacoma, I have a 4Runner, so, and I have the generation right before the inverter was built in, so just curious if that inverter shuts off. I guess if it's, as long as it's running, it's going to charge the EB70 until the engine shuts off, so that's pretty cool. Tony T, yeah, feel free to enter into a new giveaway in the future. I'll have tons coming out. Evan B. Scott. Just so you know, I'll show you right here. I have my Energizer right there, the Energizer 320. So his question's about the Energizer P320. Do I need a charge controller? No, you actually just have to plug a 100-watt panel right into the power station. So yeah, it's super easy. And I'm trying to remember the max input. I think I get 65 watts max charging on that. So yeah, you're not going to get quite 100 watts on that, but it's still great for the size of the power station. The best part about that P320 Energizer is it has a 100-watt power delivery, so you can charge that thing super quick if you have maybe another power station that has 100-watt USB-C output. Sweet. Andrew's excited to test it out. Okay, so Tacoma inverter is limited to 100 watts when driving, 400 watts while parked and idling. Okay, interesting. Hey Dean, announce the winners at the beginning of the video. Let me throw that out one more time so you guys know. One more time, if anybody's new to the live stream right now, the winners are for the EB70 is Steve and the EB55 is Shai. Those are the two winners. I wish I could give an EB55 or EB70 out to every single one of you guys because you guys are all awesome, but I don't have that much money. Ask God Solar, gonna do a video on my favorite power stations. Features, yeah, for sure, that'd be great. I have that video coming out next week. Mine's more of a video about required because there's some power stations that really let you down when you don't have a feature that you want. In fact, I just don't recommend those power stations if they don't have the 7 features that I'm going to talk about. Dean Whittle, yeah. If you guys haven't seen Ask Guy Solar, he has some really good content. Okay, yeah, pass-through charging should work fine, Andrew. That 100 watts is perfect. Your fridge is going to pull 40 watts on eco mode when it's running, so you'll definitely be able to keep that topped off while you're driving down the road. Pros and cons on the ecoflow Delta Pro. Now, I'm not super familiar with the ecoflow products. Let me bring it up here. We can pull it up really quick and just barely start talking about it. I know they're expensive. I mean, they're not horrible, but. So they have the fast charging and then they have the X Boost to start up, you know, for surge watts. These really cool, huge ones, these Delta Pros they're pretty legit. Silver Symbol has some really good reviews on it. I don't know. I don't think Will Prowse tested those, did they? But yeah, the Delta Max versus Delta Pro. Now these are just really cool power stations, and they kind of came out the same time as the Bluetti ones, so it's kind of funny that they were both working on it. But yeah, if I ever get one, I could give you a little bit more information about it. But they do have lithium iron phosphate chemistry in them, so that's nice. And do you guys see this little river mini? Yeah, they're kind of funny. Yeah, I don't have too much information on this yet, but they are pretty dang expensive. I know, oh yeah, Jerry Rig Everything. If you guys have seen Zach from Jerry Rig Everything, he did some really good testing on these. He actually lives a couple hours up north of me. He has a great channel. He's building an electric Hummer right now, if you guys haven't seen that. Absolutely amazing build. I'd love to do that too on my channel, have some DIY conversion. Yeah, I was very impressed with these. I just haven't tested them much. Okay, let's see. Okay. Shai is talking about his 2016 4Runner inverter. Yep. Yeah, it's probably so they don't drain down the battery. He's saying how his 4Runner inverter only works when the engine's running, and that just makes sense. You don't want to drive the the battery down too much. Leave yourself stranded somewhere. Yep. Ask I've Solar Shai one. Blender for all. Yeah, you must be doing some rendering and stuff. Hey, well, I'm glad you got your EB70 today. Have you opened the box? Did you charge it up yet? Nah, so the eco mode's interesting. So eco mode on these units, on the EB55, EB70, basically allows it to auto shut off when it doesn't sense any power output. Personally, I don't think I need the eco mode because I remember to turn off the outputs. Now, the eco mode is only if you accidentally leave an output on. The problem with that is, what about if you're running a 12-volt compressor fridge on eco mode? Is it when the 12-volt compressor fridge is running, the compressor is pulling 30 watts, but when it stops running, like it's sitting, and sometimes they sit for an hour or so, is eco mode going to turn off the output? That would be worth testing. So just be careful if you have eco mode turned on and you have a really small load, it might shut off the battery in your, your 12-volt compressor fridge or whatever is going to just be turned off, and then your food will spoil. So be careful with eco mode. I might do a video on it. I'll comment. I'll copy your comment and put it in my list here, and maybe I'll do a video on it in the future. That would be an easy, quick video. But I haven't used it. Yeah, Ask I've Solar's here. Okay, Dean Whittle got the ecoflow River Pro Plus battery. Yeah, that deal was amazing. I almost went with the ecoflow dual, the ecoflow 700 with the extra battery. I almost bought that. It was like 650 bucks. That was an amazing deal for like 1,200 watt hours of storage. Okay, yeah, yeah, Andrew, about the Tacoma and 4Runner, they're basically the same thing. They're on the same chassis and everything, same drivetrain. Actually, the new Tacomas have a different engine with the Atkinson style. What are they? Atkinson cycle? Yeah. Gary, yeah. Hey, welcome to the stream. Steve, yeah, so I'm in Utah. I live in Utah. And yes, I need to get out more. We usually do 2 week-long camping trips throughout the year. And I'm going to plan to do some camping. In fact, future videos for the winter, I am going to be doing some winter camping. I actually have a truck that I'm going to kind of do some power mods onto, and I'm going to do some truck bed camping in the winter. So wish me luck. That'll be fun though. But yeah, in Utah, it gets really cold. Okay, NG Tech. How would you compare something like these portable power stations to something like a small battery red arc? Okay, so DIY versus power station. So DIY is going to save you money, maybe not in the long run though, because you have to get your solar charge controller, your inverter, things like that. Now, if you guys have seen my recent DIY build, the 100 amp hour using the battery hookup cells, yeah, that's a really good kind of comparison. And I used my Kisei dual charger, so it's a lithium iron phosphate charger. It accepts MPPT solar and alternator current starter stuff. So basically, sorry, I'm distracted by the comments. So yeah, it accepts dual input, charging from solar and charging from your starter battery. So they are similar. You can charge a DIY setup way faster. You can just So right off right there, usually a DIY setup is going to blow away all the power station charging. And you can also discharge them a lot faster. So if you're comfortable building something yourself, then yeah, I'd try doing that. Cost-wise, yeah, I don't know. But for overlanding, it just depends on what convenience you're looking for. I think you've mentioned you've built something in the past, right? NG Tech, have you built, do you have your own DIY setup? Okay, Blender for All. EB70 is great for powering a cheap dorm fridge. Yep, that's true. Steve's like, yeah, I love solo camping. Yeah, I love camping with my family too, but I wasn't going to torture them doing that winter camping. I just wanted to see how the power station would work over a night and if it would work without any issues. Philip Sanders, I'm confused now. What's the difference? Bluetti, Bouge RV, Max Oak, one better or the same? Okay, great question. They're all the same. Philip, the Max Oak used to be, okay, so Bluetti used to be Max Oak. Now they've kind of rebranded to Bluetti Power. And Bouge RV is purchasing, no, so I don't know if Bluetti makes their power stations. I think they purchase them from a distributor. So I would basically say Bluetti's probably buying them from somebody, and so is Bouge RV. Or Bluetti's making them all, and they allow someone else to buy them and stamp their brand name on it. So Bouge RV is definitely the exact thing as an EB70. We'll see if they come out with any bigger power stations. I watched a Lead Farmer stream the other day. It was a really good stream about all the power stations that he has. It'd be, if you guys want to learn more, definitely check that out. But he basically was talking about how Bouge RV has rumors of a AC200P. So it'd be interesting. I have these brand new solar panels right here. These are Bouge RV 180 watt solar panels. Review video I'm going to put out tomorrow, I think. I might put it out Saturday. I've just noticed if you guys, a lot of people don't watch my videos if I put videos too close together, so. Okay, James, thanks again. Jason, look forward to more videos. Hey, thanks for the compliments. YouTube voice. I noticed, James, you like, you spammed, or no, what is it called? You binge watched like 5 videos like in the last couple days, so thank you for watching the videos. I noticed you commenting on all of them. I always like to comment back on people that watch my videos. Whew, 0 degrees in Louisiana. Yeah, that's pretty cold, especially for Louisiana. Like, here in Utah, we're used to seeing 0 degrees. Oh, Ask Ive, yeah, Go Labs R500. Yeah, it's pretty good. I've been doing some basic testing on it. It's like 100 watt solar input, and it has a 100 watt input USB-C. Spoiler alert, it doesn't accept dual charging, so that's kind of annoying. But yeah, it's still a really good power station, so I'll be having that review out soon. Got so many videos I'm working on. Yeah, Steve mentioned he built 2 DIY power stations. Those were the really old videos, Steve. Those were back in the day. That was the, let's see, the 35 amp hour lead acid battery, right? Yeah, that was back in like 2018, I think. But yeah, you said you built 2 of them. Well, now you got an EB70 coming your way, so that's pretty cool. NG Tech, okay, so you haven't built anything DIY. Well, if you're comfortable with your, working with your hands, yeah, they're really fun. So check out some of my DIY videos. If you want to do the battery hookup option and that small case, it's really good. I'll throw that on video really quick. Let me set that up really quick. How much, just curious how much length I got here on the camera. Okay, so so this is my DIY battery. This thing is pretty cool. If you guys haven't seen the battery build on this, it's a 100 amp hour battery. And so yeah, BMS 100 amp hour BMS, or 100 amp BMS, and all the fuses. Anyway, there's a whole video on it, but these are great because the price comes in at like 420 bucks, but you get about 1280 watt hours of storage. Also, So let's talk about these really quick. So DIY is great. You can charge it up very fast. You can discharge it really fast. So that's really nice. But it's kind of complicated to build. Oops. This is a great power station. I haven't really talked about it much, but it charges at 160 watts with dual charging. So you have 60 watt power delivery input and you can have solar input. So this actually charges up pretty quick. I got my bi-beam here. I did the mod on that. This is a great budget battery. In fact, that video is kind of taken off. I got like 40,000 plus views on that. C-Techie. Oh yeah, guys. Forgot to talk about my C-Techie. Okay, so I just barely modded this today. They just shipped out the fix for this. So remember, this wouldn't charge very good with the solar charging. It would kind of get to 50 watts and then reset. So I did verify the fix. It was pretty, you got to be a little tech savvy to get this thing to work. Now, I will be having a video on it, but basically, the C-Techie is now working. It's able to charge up to 60 watts via solar. I'll talk about that in the video. I'll do a quick video about the C-Techie fix. But yeah, I do have the files and I have the process to fix it. I'm just making my own video because it'll be a little bit better than the video they provided. But really cool that you can fix this. So just keep an eye out for that. I'm going to check in some of the comments. Let's see if we got any new comments. Okay, back here. Steve mentioned Harbor Freight batteries. Yeah. They're cheap. They'll work. Lead acid batteries will work good. Ask Ive. Yeah, no dual charging. I don't know why they didn't include that. Yeah, I always try testing dual charging now because, yeah, sometimes they don't advertise it. The Energizer P320 also doesn't do dual charging, but it does do the, it takes 100 watt input from USB-C charging, so that's super nice. Ban everything. I think the EB70 is a good deal if you add up the cost for what building a similar device would be. Yeah. For convenience, they're pretty good. And the Bluetti it's got a really good inverter in there. I mean, if you wanted a 500 watt or 700 watt pure sine wave inverter, you're looking at like maybe 40 or 400 bucks. Gary, hey, thanks. That X-Star panel, I love that panel. Yeah, I think it's pretty much, and a couple people mentioned this in the video. It was funny, man. I think they downgraded, they gave me a thumbs down. It's a 120 watt solar panel, but they marketed it as 100 watts. Yeah, who cares if they marketed it as a 100 watt panel? It puts over 100 watts. I think every company should be honest about what their panel produces. And I think X-Star doing that was awesome. So yeah, that was a fun video to do as well. That panel's really nice. Joe Trot, you're back. Welcome back from dinner. What'd you have for dinner, by the way? Outstanding on the C-Techie, yes. I'm going to have a video on it, and it charged as 59 watts would be the maxed. So, yeah. Look at you with the two fancy camera setup. Yeah, I thought I'd, set it up. It's not too bad. It's pretty easy to use OBS. OBS Studio is super easy on the desktop. Energizer feels very Go Labs-ish. Yeah, I wonder who makes both of those. So they make the same beeping noises too. They do. I guess they have some of the same features. EB, like the 100 watt power delivery, input output. How much more can the EB70 do than the EB55? They're very similar. They have the same inverter. They both charge at 160 watts with solar. You just get a little bit more power with the EB70. They're almost identical except for it's a little bit bigger. So if you want to run a little bit more things, go with the EB70. But also, the EB55 charges a little faster, man. It's so hard between those two. I'm sorry, guys. I had to make you guys choose between one or the other on the competition, but I had to narrow it down somehow. So I'm sorry you guys had to choose EB55 or EB70, but they're both great batteries. Shai bought the Bi-Beam. Yeah, the Bi-Beam's a great power station. I absolutely love that thing. Okay, Ask Ive, who cares, right? I wish maybe, yeah, I don't remember that was talking back to. Okay. My wife asked what I wanted for my birthday. I really couldn't think of anything, so I agreed just to buy another solar panel. Yeah. Bouge RV 180 watt panel, man. Right there. Here. These are awesome solar panels. Dinner was pork quesadillas and some grapes. Nice. Hey, I love quesadillas. Dude, I could probably go with, I could probably do Mexican like almost every night. I love Mexican food. Yeah, OBS is super, super easy, man. A ton of online tutorials for it. Okay, sweet. Well, do you guys have any other questions about any of these power stations? If you guys notice, I have the Bluetti ACP 200P. Super excited to give that a test. Oops, I left my C-Techie blocking my Go Labs. Let me move that really quick. Now this C-Techie is going to Malcolm. So now that I've fixed it, and once I do my videos, I'll send that out to him. I think they offered to maybe send out another one. I'd love to have this thing around just for future videos. But yeah, that thing is a beast. That thing weighs 60 pounds. So heavy. I also have a few other solar panels. Oops. Sent out these 2 solar panels. I haven't tested them quite yet. They're PET. They don't have ETFE, but they're really compact, and they have kickstands and good gauge wire. So, pretty sweet there. Oh, your wife is from El Salvador. Great. It's awesome. I speak a little bit of Spanish, but not much. Ask Ive Solar. They need to do an update on the EB70 and expand the barrel port to take a wider range. Yeah, I wish you could put 50 watts into these things. Man, that would really make it really cool if you could put 2 panels in series. So yeah, guys, don't ever go putting panels in series on the EB55 or EB70. You can only take 1 panel or panels in parallel. Okay, well, I think that's about it, guys. I'm kind of coming to the end here. If you guys have any final questions, I would love to answer them, throw them in there really quick. I just want to kind of finish up this stream. Anyway, what do you guys think of this stream so far? Has it been good? I'm just curious, what do you guys think? Yeah, and throw a comment in, guys. I'd love to, any questions, throw anything in there. Don't be shy. And what do you guys think about my videos changing over the last year? Man, I've gotten a lot more comfortable behind the camera. Before, I couldn't even have someone near, like in the next room when I was recording. So now I'm kind of trying to be more myself, which I'm usually a lively person, but man, the camera makes me shy. So I apologize if basically I look a little or act a little different in the videos. I'm trying to be a little bit better. Thanks, guys. Cindy, congrats on the first live. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I've been wanting to do this for months, and I finally found a good reason to do it. So this was a great way to do it. Let me go ahead and post the winners one more time for anybody that wants to see them. Winner of the EB55 was Shai, and winner of the EB70 was Steve. Long-time subscriber. I don't know how long Shai's been subscribed, but I know Steve's been subscribed for a very long time. We talked about this before. Anybody have any new power stations they want to check out? I can bring them up on here and we can talk about them. Furiously Furious. Awesome name. Love your videos. Thanks for the giveaway. Yeah, you're welcome. There'll be more on the channel. Yeah, ban everything for sure. Yeah, I've also thought about doing some emergency preparedness videos. Now, I can't call myself a prepper, but how did I put this? I am prepared, and I think it's really good to be self-reliant on, you know, tons of different things, whether it's gardening, knowing how to do so many things, working on cars, things like that, with food. If you guys, there's a video, guys. No one's seen this video, and I don't know why. I thought it was a great video. Let me pull it up really quick. Gotta look at my own channel. This is a guest account here, so this is not my current. Okay, so here, right here, this can video here. Oh man, I gotta watch this stupid ad. I gotta watch my own ad. Okay.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to
Okay, so this is kind of an older video, but it is awesome, guys. So this can storage, let me, am I not even on it? Sorry guys, let me get it over there. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this can system right here. So a lot of people, when they talk about like food storage, or like having food around if the grocery stores ran out of food, canned food works really well. And so I was always like, how the heck do I rotate cans? So I came up with this design here, and it's super simple if you guys want to watch this video. First in, first out. So basically you put your cans up here, or you put your cans up here and then they roll down. And I've actually double stacked this, so you can double stack. And this is like 5 different cans. So if you guys want to know about how to store cans in an effective, good rotation, easy to weigh, you know, this is like, it took like $100 to make this. But yeah, I'll link this. Good idea. I'll put this in the chat. Let's see. I say I'm a prepper adjacent. Yeah, so back to the prepared thing. I want to do a video about just basics, right? If you guys didn't know, I have a chicken coop with 4 chickens. Oh man, I really wanted to do a video on that lately, but I have not had a chance to post the video. I just haven't been. Anyway, I made my own coop and it's really awesome. I need to show you guys that, because there's a lot of cool features that I kind of integrated into one chicken coop. But having chickens around has been really good. Cool. Cool rack. Nice. I pressure canned meat, mostly pork. Hey, good idea. That's great. I don't do that myself, but yeah, Ben Everything is basically on top of preparing. He's like all over that. So yeah, he does like all the radios and stuff. I have a ton of like two-way radios, and I thought about picking up a weather station radio, or at least one that can pick up the weather station channel. But yeah, water storage, guys, food storage, electricity, a way to have backup power. There's a lot of things that you need to think about if those things aren't available. And I like to just call it like preparing for an emergency or a natural disaster. But yeah, sure, there's, you know, economic times that cause problems like that too. Joe, yeah, chickens are awesome. It's not to save money though. Don't think you're don't think you're getting chickens to save money, because you have to pay for their feed and the coop and all that stuff. And when wood price, I built my coop during when wood was like sky high, so it was pretty expensive. Titan Explorer, I'm sorry you don't win. There's like 500 people, so I can only give out to a couple people. So just keep entering. I'm gonna have future giveaways. Okay, last few questions here, guys. Best solar panel for EB55. Well, let's see. I'd say if you want to get the full power, a 200 watt solar panel or 2 100 watt solar panels in parallel. These Bouge RV 180 watt solar panels, they work really well. I've done some testing. You'll see my video tomorrow. Done some really good input results with those solar panels. I got 155 watts. And so you can over panel the EB55, EB70 with these solar panels here. Yeah, solar storm. Yeah, it's interesting. I don't track a lot of that, but I've heard of the solar storms and stuff like that. I wonder, did that mean it hit today? Like it hit yesterday, or it happened and it'll be here in a little bit? Anyway. Okay, well, 0.0. I haven't seen the 0.0. Okay, I'll check this out really quick. 0.0. See, I haven't even looked that up. I haven't seen the Titan stuff. Titan 2.0. Is that what this is? Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty big. 3,000 watt inverter, 2,000 watts charging. That's decent. Battery size is 2,000 watt hours. So it's basically the same size as the AC200P. It's nice to have 48 volt battery because then you get less amps pulled on your battery. So that's nice. It is an NMC battery. So, oh wait, whoa. Why is it saying yes here? How do you have an NMC battery and a lithium iron phosphate battery? That's interesting. I'm not sure what that means. Paneling units. Okay, so it can do up to 240 volts input. That's decent. Oh, so there might be two different versions? Okay, so there's a lithium ion version and a lithium iron phosphate version. Cool. That's a hefty price. I guess that's similar to the AC300P or the ecoflow Delta Pro. Yeah, these batteries are expensive, guys, but I'm guessing the prices are going to come down in the future. So that it'll be nice when the prices drop a bit. So we're kind of like investing in something that's pretty new right now. It's kind of like the DVD player of the early 2000s. Someday, you know, anybody's going to have these power stations in their house. Just to, you know, it's awesome. CB radios. Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of haters out there for radio stuff, so it's not my specialty, and I kind of don't want to get down thumbed like a billion times on my videos. CB radios are good though. It's kind of I've looked into that, doing CB radio versus low frequency. But yeah, I have a couple of handheld units, not CB, but just the the handheld Midland units or whatever. Okay, Dennis Cardwell. I just got on. I don't know if you talked about the Oops. I'm pretty satisfied with mine's. Cool. Yeah, that's great. The Oops is a great power station. The only downside is it's kind of lightweight. It kind of gives it a little bit of a cheap feel, but I haven't had any issues with mine. I love the display. Lithium iron phosphate batteries inside. It's got, over 600 watt hours of storage, 600 watt inverter, 595 watt hours of storage. Yeah, I like the dual charging input, so you get the 160 watts max on that. So yeah, the Oops 600 is great. Oops is wanting to send out their 1100 unit soon, so I'll check that out in the future. That's why they sent out those solar panels. But I guess it's not in stock until December, so they're going to send it out later. So I will have a review on the larger Oops power station, which is basically double of what the first one was. Cool. Oh man, guys, this was fun. I really enjoyed this. Thanks guys for watching. I really appreciate all my subscribers, and I'll do one of these in the future too. I just need some basics to talk about. Maybe after I put out my video next week about the solar power, about the power stations. Make sure you check that out. And we're going to be talking about 7 super important power station features to have if you're looking at a solar generator or power station. So make sure you check that out. And also tomorrow I'll have the review for the Bouge RV. I go over benefits for having a rigid solar panel. Anyway, I'll go ahead and end the stream, guys. Thank you so much. It was really fun, and it's awesome to talk to you guys. I really love having the conversation back and forth. So yeah, I hope everyone else that's been watching, make sure you guys comment on the video, because I'd love to have more interaction. You guys have a good night. I'll go ahead and end the stream here, And I'll reach out to Steve and Shai. Actually, no, you guys need to email me. Maybe you already have, but email me right now. And we'll see you guys later.